1975, my favorite records of 1975. What I have still in the collection, what I have brought back into my collection. I think I had about 15 from that year. Used to have a lot more because it was a big year. 1975, I was 14 years old. Now, watching the back, you never know, deers come out all the time. There's fawns right now, so it's kind of neat. You see the little fawns coming out, frolicking, stuff like that. But we're here to talk 75 and not about deer. So think about it, 1975, the pet rock. Someone came up with that idea, take a rock, put it in a box, call it a pet rock, and suddenly everyone went stupid nuts. I never got a pet rock. My parents just told me to go outside and grab one, just call it my own. It just never seemed the same because I didn't buy it. And Gerald Ford, he was an assassination was made on his life, not once, but twice. There was Squeaky Fromm, I think a lady named Sarah Moore, I think was her name. Both tried to kill Gerald Ford, but by God, they missed. So good for him. And of course he said, hey, Vietnam's over. Yay, let's all go home. And Muhammad Ali, Thrilla in Manila, that was huge. 75 for me musically was about, this is really my last year of 45s. From then on, I got a Columbia House now. And so I was starting to get record albums, but I was still buying some 45s, you know. Trying to think, SATURs, DAY, Night. God, I hated Bay City Rollers. I don't think I bought that 45, but I did buy Whoa, Whoa, It's Magic, you know, from Pilot. That was a really good one. And You Sexy Thing from Hot Chocolate. Loved that song. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Make it love. Get down tonight. Ba-bunk it down tonight. And of course, Silver Connection. Then came in Fly. No. Let's see. Fly, Robin, fly. Disco was taking hold of the radio, of the AM radio. So a lot of excitement. I was still getting some 45s, but it was transitioning into the record albums. So let's look at what I have, my favorite albums, 75. So hold on. So the first ones didn't quite make it, but they were really good. David Bowie, this was a very good album, Young Americans, but you know, it had on here, it had Fame, which was a great song, but also Young Americans. It's just, some of the songs didn't stick with me. And so it was okay, but, you know, it was a very good, but not enough to be a top tenner. And this one almost made it. And Doc, if you're watching, I apologize, but Bruce Springsteen here. And this, of course, is Born to Run, which is a top-notch album. Bruce Springsteen fans love it. It took me a while to get into Bruce Springsteen. He just really wasn't part of my scene, but also ran. But let's go to number 10. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Last Great War album. After this, I felt they went downhill. Platinum Jazz was okay, but this one, not only Why Can't We Be Friends, but also the incredible, the stupendous, one of the all-time best songs, Low Rider. Crank that up as you drive, and you feel super cool. But there was other stuff. They had some slower things on here, but yet the Latin melodies were still in here. They were still pumping them out with the congas and the horns. It was all sounding really good. Cat, why are you eating the leaves? So you're eating the grass. Okay. I guess he wants to go inside to eat. Now he's eating grass. But great album, number 10. So number 9, I messed up. I put in an album that one source I had said 75, but it actually came out 76. So, boop, off it goes. So, number 9, Lou Reed live album. And I just recently found this year and was amazed buy this album. It's the second part of the Lou Reed album. I believe it's the live album from '73, Rock and Roll Animal. And, you know, in that one, they really focused on his Velvet catalog. This one here, we go on to his solo work. You have Walk on the Wild Side, Vicious, Satellite of Love, Oh Jim, Sad Song. They do have I'm Waiting for the Man. This is just an incredibly good live album. It sounds great. The energy of Lou Reed is all over this. I mean, he has just a hard rock band in there, and they rip it up. It is so exciting, perfect. It goes perfectly with Rock and Roll Animal. Really, those two should be put together as a 2-album set. That's number 9. Sorry for the glare on that. So, all right. Number 8. Here we go. That was number 9, right? See, I'm going to lose count. Number 8, Fleetwood Mac and Fleetwood Mac. And this is a beautiful MoFi, early pressing. You know, here we go. Sad You Love Me, Landslide. Monday Morning, Rihanna. Just incredible stuff. This was the beginning of their big and there is hello cat, hello kitty. All right, so even he has to jump in, of course. This was the beginning of cocaine. Well, they might have been taking coke, but after this album they could afford all the coke in the world, and they bought it all up. They own all the coke, except they let some other people have a little bit. But what a powerhouse album with when Nixon Buckingham came along and really changed how Fleetwood Mac went. And you can't just help but put this on and just think back of some really fun times and very, very nice stuff. So Fleetwood Mac's self-titled. Number 7. Number 6. I think this is my favorite of all reggae albums because this thing's just freaking funky. It is, you know, you have that reggae beat, but you got real good funk going on here. Funky Kingston is an incredibly good song. Louie's good. I don't much care for their Country Roads from John Denver. I don't like that one. But Pressure Drop is a big one. This was a Record Store Day release. I had seen an original. I didn't buy it because I had this, and this was very, very good. But man, this is such a great album. If you only need one reggae album, I love Bob Marley, but this would be the one to have. Fantastic stuff. Brings us to number 5. The goddess of punk. It's starting. It's beginning to happen. CBGB's is becoming a place to go to play. And here she is, Patti Smith, and with Lenny Kaye on lead guitar. They are just putting out some incredible music, and this album just shows what can be done. Obviously, you know, she was a poet, but she put it to music. And of course, on here you have Hey Joe, which I think her version is just so incredible. Horses is great. I mean, it's a great album from start to finish. Any serious punk collection should always have that album. Brings us to number 4, Physical Graffiti. You could argue, I mean, this would have been the most incredible 1-album set. There are a few filler things on the 2nd album, but overall, most of these songs rock. It has blues, it has hard rock, it mixes it all in there. They even have a little country going on, which later they would come up with a song, Hot Dog, that kind of took care of their country stage. But Jimmy Page sounds great, super hard guitar playing, and man, powerhouse album. Of course, anybody who's into hard rock has to have that one. Number 3. Here it is, baby. This is a powerhouse album. We want the funk. Give up the funk. Yeah, we need the funk. This is so darn good. I mean, one of the very best Parliament albums. It's not my favorite, but it's one of the very best, one of the top 3 on here. Obviously, P-Funk wants to get you funked up. Mothership Connections on here. You know, give up the funk, tear the roof off the sucker. You cannot go wrong. Absolutely cool picture on there. And I know I got all these plastic sleeves on it, but I'm outside because we're doing an on-location shoot. Number 2, Jethro Tull, Minstrel in the Gallery. This, I had now been in Columbia Record House. This was one of the selections of the month that I did not send back the card, like almost all of them, and was given this, and I had not a clue who they were. And I put this on, and one of those life-changing things. The song Minstrel in the Gallery, and a number of these songs, they start off very slow, very quiet, and then Martin Barre picks up his guitar and blast it. And you listen to the guitar solo on Minstrel in the Gallery, it makes you jump up out of your seat, it makes you air guitar. It is so good. Martin Barre is an underrated guitarist in my book, and what he did with Jethro Tull, when it rocks, and it goes back. That is just the craziest cover there. But you have Minstrel in the Gallery, Cold Wind to Valhalla, again, starts slow, and then Barre fires in Black Satin Dancer. Beautiful, beautiful kind of ballad until Barre hits with the guitar. Requiem, One White Duck on the Wall. Absolutely gorgeous song. This is top-notch from start to finish. I love this album. It is my most played Jethro Tull album. Sorry, Aqualung, take the back seat. This is it. Their next couple albums I thought were incredibly good, but this is my first. It's my first love. It's not my last, but my first. So you never forget your first love. So what brings me to number 1? My favorite Pink Floyd album. It's kind of hard to do. It changes, but let me tell you, this has been it for a long time. And wow, wish you were here. I shine on you, crazy diamond. Have a cigar. Gee whiz. What can you say? Their concept album, but what a great concept album. And it's beautiful. They're adding more and more different kind of sound effects in there, but they make sense. It works. And I mean, they are on the top of their game. This is the pinnacle album for me for Pink Floyd. Animals, some will say is their favorite. Some will say The Wall. For me, no. This is where they hit their peak, and it's gorgeous. Just great music that makes you happy. So that's it. That's what we got for 1975 on a beautiful muggy day in Michigan. That's where I'm at. I'm in Michigan. I'm in my backyard. So I don't know, I didn't see anything come out from behind, so maybe in a bit. They're not hungry yet. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it so much. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.